Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today I'm going to be reviewing Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue 9. So, this is the Who is Artemis storylines. This is part 1 of that story. So, also, amazing cover. So, jumping right on into the issue, we get to see Bizarro, and we get to hear through Red Hood's own eyes. He's talking about what it's like to choose to be a team, to choose to be the outlaws. And we also get to see that they're going somewhere that Red Hood Jason, honestly, never wanted to return to, and something that kind of always bothered him. Well, they're returning to Quirk, where Quirk is, if you'll remember, the place where the Joker actually murdered him. So, basically, he left. There was no big parade, no sorrow, just he was stuck in a pine box and buried in secret. Yeah, that's painful. So, it's got a lot of really rough memories for him, this place, but he's going there for Artemis. They are the Outlaws now, and they're there to support their teammate. So Artemis is continuing to look for the Bow of Ra, and they believe that a new warlord in this area is in possession of it. So, of course, we get to see Artemis and Jason discussing what exactly had happened in Artemis' past. We get a retelling of the story of Aquila and her death and the disappearance of the bow. And then we get to speak to General Ahmad Hinel. Yeah, don't kill me. I know I suck at pronouncing just strange names, but whatever. So basically he tells the Outlaws that they're not allowed to be flying in this area. They need to leave. And Jason kind of tells him, we're Red Hood and the Outlaws, and we're here to kick your ass. So lock and load. So then, of course, we get to find out exactly what the general has against them. So, Bizarro doesn't like the fact that they're attacking him and his friends. And he goes out to say, "That am rude." So, of course, he lets go of the plane. Yes, by the way, that plane that they're riding in is broken. Literally, Bizarro was carrying it there because Jason wanted to make Bizarro feel like he was actually doing something, like he was actually a fulfilling member of the team, So Bizarro makes pretty quick work of a number of pilots and fighter jets. And I like it. He says, "There, how am you like it?" But Jason states that Bizarro's really grown as a person, He let the pilots live. So that's a good thing. So Bizarro hurries up and he grabs a hold of the plane in order to try to save his friends. And then he doesn't realize that the weapon that this general has is going off. And he's saying, "But me am confused. It am nighttime." He says, "So where did sun come from?" And we get to see a white light approaching. Until finally it's dark and there's a crash. So first off, we get to see Jason. And Jason's thinking, what the hell? How did I survive this? Where are my teammates? And then he realizes that, he's not alone there. So a lot of the general's lackeys have guns pointed at him, and he's thinking, yep, I'm screwed. And he tries telling the guys not to do anything that he's going to regret later. So then we get to see Bizarro wake up. And Bizarro, much luckier than his teammates, wakes up in an encampment of refugees and just innocent survivors. They see the S on Bizarro's chest and they think he's Superman. And they're asking him for help. They're saying, you can help us, right? You can help us. You're Superman. He's saying, no, I'm Bizarro. I'm Bizarro. But they're saying, but you fell from the sky and you lived. Perhaps you can assist us anyway. And he's saying, maybe later. Me need to find Red him. And then they're all just begging him for help. And they don't know what to do. And he needs to help them. They need to go somewhere safe. And he's saying, safe? And he says, He says, Red him and Red her will know what to do. Promise. So he's not going to allow any harm to come to any of these people. They are all going to be traveling with him in order to find his teammates, because nothing could possibly go wrong there. But continuing, we get to see Jason, and he's being held by a number of the general's lackeys, and Jason realizes that he died here once before. Literally, they're right across from the building that the Joker blew up with Jason inside. So, yeah. First off, before I get on anymore, I gotta tell you, I love this panel work with the Joker's face and his eye. I mean, amazing. But at first, Jason thinks that the Joker might have some part to play in this. And he's saying, like, this is another one of the Joker's games. Of course, they all think he's crazy. And he's demanding to speak to the general. They're saying that's not going to happen. But ultimately, when we close off with Jason, we get to see him actually talking to a younger him. So this is him after the explosion. He's actually holding his bloody, beaten body, and he's saying, wow, this is what I've become? Maybe I was better off dead. So Red Hood says, yeah, maybe. And finally, we get to see what has become of Artemis. She is dangling over a pit of fire until she realizes she knows where she is. And then she looks, and she sees Aquila. And she doesn't understand why her friend that she killed is alive once more. And as it closes out, we get to see Aquila saying, now, let's save the world. So, continuing on, we are going to see, probably, of course, the Outlaws are going to team back up. They're going to kick Aquila's ass and continue their search for the Bow of Ra. So, I gotta tell you, I've really been enjoying this run of the Red Hood and the Outlaws. I really wasn't sure about it when they first announced the new team. I was so in love with the new 52 run of Red Hood and the Outlaws. I'm sure you can tell by the fact that I have all three of their action figures, and I have Starfire's statue. I've got, so much Red Hood and the Outlaws, new 52 stuff. I'm in love. But I've really been connecting to this new team, especially Bizarro. He's adorable. I need to get the Bizarro statue. I really do. But, yeah. Give me a like if you like this review. Comment below and tell me whether or not you've been reading Red Hood and the Outlaws, and if you've been enjoying it as much as I have lately. Did you have issues with the new team like I did starting out, and then you've kind of just grown to love them? I know I have. So subscribe to my channel for more comic book content, or check out any of the older videos I have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.